Well,
Yeah.
let's get this ball in motion here. So for everybody that's listening, if you're a first timer, please like, share, subscribe as far as the podcasting. If you're listening to us on one of the radio networks, we appreciate you. Obviously, you can't like, subscribe, and share, but you can tell your friends and your family. That's what we hope. We have a special guest here, Vicki Le Mere. She's got an incredible story, and there's so much to talk about that we're going to do this interview, obviously, but we're also going to do another interview on her jewelry business, but also some other things that we probably may not get into in this interview. But Vicki, first of all, thanks so much for being patient with me, and thanks so much for getting this done.
Oh, thank you, Robert. It's my pleasure to be here. I'm so excited to talk to you.
Well, I've been looking forward to this since we met back in, I don't even remember the month, so we won't even bring it up. But back since when we met virtually at this conference, and we're meeting virtually again. But you're out in California. But let's talk about the book. And as you can see when she speaks, the book is Saving Face, and Vicki Le Mere, who we're having on. And I want to talk about the book because there's a lot of important pieces and topics in there. But first, tell the viewers a little bit about you in general, Vicki, if you could.
Well, I am what I describe as a plastic surgeon's worst nightmare, because I'm a 76-year-old great grandmother.
Right.
And so I've really, my journey in my life has been not only to look good, but to feel good on the inside, because I had an abusive childhood and 2 abusive marriages. And so even though I was good looking, I was a model, I was winning beauty contests, I was empty inside. And, so part of saving face is about saving grace. Like, Native American people speak about saving face. It means your pride, your dignity, everything inside of you. And so this journey of mine, which takes you through my life, is not only about looking good when you get into your 70s, but feeling good, And so I share many of my beauty tips and secrets in the book, and I'd love to share it with your audience.
Do you feel like technology and social media, though, has really hurt a lot of men and women's self-esteem? Just to go back to social media in this aspect, if you go on Instagram, you can change the filters to make you look darker, lighter, skinny or bigger if you want. The list goes on and on. And, I've run into this in the dating world. You might look at a woman online and you're talking to her, and then you meet her in person and she looks totally different than the pictures. And you're like, no, I was just going to say, you look at her and you're like, whoa, what the heck happened here? And I'm sure the same, obviously, is for men. I don't look at men, but regardless of that, I'm sure the people that look for men, they're looking at them and they might have a 6-pack from 10 years ago in their picture, and then they meet and they're maybe Mr. Flabby. But, is that a big problem? Do you feel like in a society that's really bringing society into a toxic atmosphere right now, because people aren't comfortable with themselves? They're making fake pictures of themselves to make them feel good.
Yeah, and I think that, the fact that everybody is spending so much time online, on Instagram, and like you said, it's a shame, because we're losing our human connections.
Yes.
We used to get together, we used to talk. Nobody wants to talk on the phone anymore. They want to text. Like my children, my grandchildren, they don't want to talk. They want to text, and that's it. And what you were talking about before is like what women are doing to themselves is, with all these procedures, they're like floating heads,
Yeah.
They're like floating, they don't look like human beings anymore. And they are running into problems with the fillers turning to cement, like the stuff they put in their butts. I saw this woman on Botched, the TV show Botched, and she had made her butt so big, and she put in stuff that was turned to cement, and it was all just hard. And the doctor told her that the only way to help her would be to totally cut her butt off and he couldn't do anything to remove the stuff that was in there. So that's just, I mean, girls, please be careful, ladies. If you're going to do something, go to a professional. Although I think there's ways you can avoid plastic surgery, which is what I would like to think that we would all do. And, I know Instagram is a way of life, and I do have an Instagram account with my book, but, I just think that there's so much more in life than that. And I wish we could get back to being together again, human beings.
I agree 100%. Vicki Le Mere here on Fire Breathing Rob, Saving Faces, the book. Now, you were in Hollywood. You were involved in that lifestyle, modeling, acting, the list goes on and on. How did you not fall into that trap? That's an easy trap to fall in, especially as a young woman that's, a really beautiful young woman, to fall into that trap. It's very easy to get sucked down these rabbit holes and drugs, alcohol, all operations, everything in the kitchen sink. So how did you stay above the fray?
Well, I certainly had it presented to me, and I certainly, I'm not an angel. I did dabble in certain things, but I'm strong enough to realize that this is a one-way road to nowhere. And, I think realizing that, and probably I'm very fortunate, I don't have an addictive personality. So I never got addicted to alcohol or drugs and or anything like that. But I mean, not everyone's that fortunate. So, I mean, I think it's, and I definitely was presented with a casting couch several times. I think I remember one of my acting teachers said, you can't screw your way to the top. The middle, maybe. So, but there's definitely movie stars who were able to use that. But I was indignant about it. It's like, I remember I was talking to the head of a studio, and he was suggesting, that I come over to his place or something. And I said, there's no way I'm doing that. And he said, you'll never work in this town, and so, and I thought, yes, I will. And I did. I mean, I got my first TV series when I moved here. I'm a really good dancer. So I went on this cattle call, and there was like so many. And I said, I'm going to dance so much, they're going to put me in. But then when they see how good a dancer I am, they're going to give me a part. Well, I ended up getting a part, and it was a TV series that was a takeoff on Saturday Night Fever. And so I had a great role, and they made 14 episodes, and it just wasn't picked up by the network. At that time, it was Nelson ratings, and nobody was watching ABC. And so it was really cute though. And so I and then I got another part. I got in a movie, I got my SAG card. So I was like, I thought I'm going to be a big star, But then, you don't get paid that much. And then I started my costume jewelry business, which I call my sugar daddy, because, it pays the bills, and it's always been there for me. I can pick it up or drop it. So it's been a wonderful source of income for me. But I still go on auditions. I'm still doing parts and stuff, and I'm up for different stuff. So
wow, you're still acting then? Yeah,
I'm very active. Yes.
Wow, I didn't know that.
I'm also a stand-up comedian. I've been doing stand-up comedy, and COVID kind of killed that. I had a big show booked at one of the big comedy. I mean, I'm at the Comedy Store on Sunset Boulevard, the Improv on Melrose. So I've performed at all those places, and I love making people laugh. And I think I started as a little girl performing for the relatives, and I would sing songs with the wrong words, and they would laugh and give me quarters. So I got paid to do stand-up.
Well, I'm thinking of a lot of questions, but I don't want to go too far all over the place. But like I said, we'll have you on again for sure, because we need to discuss some of these funny and good topics to learn about from Vicki. But Vicki, let's talk about this. when we talk about saving face, because I want you to speak about some of these topics for men and women that do want to stay young. And we talk about, as far as you spoke about the creams, what else can people do? And even through your life, what else, I should say, have you done as a person that's looks way younger than 76 years old? It's not even close. But regardless of that, what have you done in your life to make sure that you're staying young, besides the creams, as far as that goes? Is it just to get rid of the stress, not let everything, because you've
Yeah,
had these tough relationships too, and those
I
abusive relationships. Go ahead.
yes, I have not had an easy life.
Yeah.
Um, I've had a really hard life, especially, raising a special needs daughter
Right.
and, having abusive relationship until I really learned how to turn everything around. But I mean, I think there's some important things besides, I would say, never use soap on your face. It's very drying and aging.
Mm.
And do facial exercises every day, like A-E-I-O-U, A-E-I-O-U, the vowels. So it's simple. And then, shave. Men shave every day. That's why guys don't show their age and their necks. They take off a layer of skin and they do
Oh,
all.
wow. I didn't know that.
So you guys are lucky because from here down, you don't show your age as much as women do. But besides that, you've got to be happy. I mean, smiling is a great facial exercise. I think, I did a lot of studying. So I think it takes 47 muscles to smile and only
Oh,
7 to
wow.
frown. So it's a facial exercise. And when you smile, look, people smile back. People want to be happy. I smile at people all the time and they'll have a sad, and they'll smile. They just smile back. So smiling is important. But also, I think you have to really have a positive attitude on life. What's the point of thinking negative? It's very easy. But if you can, like, when you feel yourself thinking negative, go, no, is this the cause I want to make for the future? Because everything is cause and effect, cause and effect. So everything you think, everything you say, and everything you do is a cause you're making in your life for your future. So you want to really check yourself. Like, even like, I know when I'm driving, people will cut me off and I'll go, wait a minute. Is that the cause you want to put up there? Do you want to say those words? I don't think so. So I have to check myself too. And I think that's very important. And I
Right.
think also helping other people, doing acts of
Mm.
kindness, this, I mean, I have a lot of people in my group that I help, when they're going through problems and things. And I get more out of it than they do. And I'm not doing it to get something out of it, but it's like when you shine a light on another person, you can't help but shine a little light on yourself as well.
Mhm.
So that's a really important key to being happy is to help other people. And so your positive attitude. And when I was writing my book, my coach said to me, "You are so resilient." And she's right. I never give up. So, Winston Churchill said, never give up. Never, ever, ever give up, because, you can do it, whatever it is you want to do. And so I think all those things make for, the spiritual side of how, because why I look the way I do. It's like,
Yeah.
I really want to look like this. I really want to look good. And I really want to be happy. And, so these are the things I can share with your readers. I mean, your audience.
Well, the readers too. We do want people to read the book, of course. That's
Oh,
why
yeah.
that's why we're doing the interview, and then we're going to have her on again to do other, talk about other topics. I do want to get this topic in because it does have reference to the book. We hear a lot about beauty products, and for men and women, men do use creams and other things also. Hygiene, they have hygiene too, but as far as hygiene, men or women, regardless of that, can you speak about, because there's a lot of chemicals in these beauty products now, whether it's soaps or creams,
Yeah.
what are the good ones? How do we find the good ones?
I would say that people are really conned by thinking that you can get collagen from a cream. You can't. Collagen is there. If you don't stretch the skin around your eyes, be very gentle, you can save the elastic tissue. I still have elastic tissue, which, because I've always been very gentle around my eyes. So when I pinch the skin, it bounces back. But,
Right.
most people my age, it doesn't bounce back. But so you want to be very careful with what you do to your face, and don't rely on expensive creams. I mean, my beauty routine is very simple. I wash my face with cleansing cream. I put on my moisturizer, and I put on eye cream. I happen to like Lancome, and I've been using it for years. But I don't, buy $300 creams or anything like that. I buy my moisturizer, my cleanser, and my eye cream, and that's it. And so, that's why I think a lot of what I've been able to achieve is inner as much as outer, but because I don't think your skincare program has to be complicated. Facials are great. I don't believe in these peels and all this other stuff. I've never done that. I've never had plastic surgery. I have had Botox. So, I just want to come clean. I think Botox is great.
Right. When they're reading the book, Vicki, what do you hope they learn from the most?
I hope they learn that everybody has the potential to be absolutely happy and to be able to direct their lives in the direction they want. That would be my most important message. I'd love to be able to touch people's lives where I could help them to awaken their own potential in their life, to feel that they have it. I mean, so many people are hopeless. So not only do I hope to help them feel good, but I hope to help them look good. But probably more important is to feel good on the inside, because happiness comes from that. Beauty is more than skin deep. It's much deeper.
I agree
So
100%.
when your soul is awake, you emanate beauty, and it doesn't matter if you're big or small, or it doesn't matter what color you are. We all have this potential to be absolutely happy, and that's what I would love to share more than anything.
I do hope people get the book. Again, Saving Face, Vicki Le Mere. Vicki, where can people find more about you? Also follow you on Instagram, on other social media platforms for that matter. Tell us.
So you can get the book on Amazon. It's called Saving Face by Vicki Le Mere, or you can go to my book website, which is VICKI-LEMERE.com. Or on Instagram, it's Vicki Le Mere Saving Face. All one word, Vicki with an I, and Le Mere with 3 E's. Saving Face. So that's my Instagram. And I post lots of videos and things about myself. So I would love it if you follow me. That would be great.
I'll do that once we sign off. But again, Vicki Le Mere, Saving Face. Definitely check it out on Instagram, on also on I was going to say YouTube, but you can check this out on YouTube.
I do have YouTube too.
Oh, you do? Oh, what is
some of my one-woman shows there? I have 3-minute excerpts from my one-woman shows.
Oh, where can they find you on?
Do comedy, yeah.
Yeah, where can they find you on YouTube?
So just Vicki, VICKI, and Le Mere, LE space capital MERE. Yeah, on YouTube. Yeah.
Okay, so follow her on YouTube, on Instagram, get the book at Amazon or at the book website. And we'll put all this in the description box because I know it's a lot to remember, but definitely get it done. We know the viewers and the listeners do get the job done for the people that are coming on here. So we hope we continue that. Vicki Le Mere, this is not the last time. We're definitely going to have you on. There's so much you bring to the table, so many topics we didn't even get to. And that's why I'm going to bring you back. And I appreciate you coming on and talking to the viewers about this really important topic.
Thank you so much, Rob. You are so wonderful and so cute.
Thank you.
You're
I-
you're the best looking interviewer I've had, and I've had a few.
Okay, well, I appreciate. Well, that's good that you had a few at least. That puts me at the top. All right. Well, Vicky, thanks so much, and we'll talk soon.
Okay, thank you so much, Rob.